Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, back to the PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League season number 13, playoffs round number 2. The quarterfinals are well underway. The second matchup for the round coming in with the Magic Bang Bus 3, your number 3 seed overall, versus the Whambulance, the number 8 seed, coming up through the bracket after their victory on Turbo Feeders. This is that one Dan guy. We've got Steck Monster in the booth tonight. And Keegan's behind the cams, probably chiming in
So
here this evening. How are you folks?
thriving.
I'm
Right.
doing I'm doing my best, Dan. Thanks for asking.
That's all we can. That's all we can really look for on a night like tonight. But it's Saturday. We've got some fine Overwatch ahead of us. We've already got the ready up from both teams. We're headed to Lijiang. Magic Bang Bus with the pick here.
Yeah, I'm actually
Certainly an
very
exciting
hyped.
opportunity for both teams here. We're now in the winner go home territory here in the playoffs. But each team looking to get the opening leg up on the rest of the night. It is best of three. Best of five. First to win 3 maps. They will proceed onwards to play against Man I Love Frogs next week in the semifinals.
Yeah, if Arrows Angels matchup from the other evening is anything to be said for what might be in store tonight, I would go with first to 3 more than best of 5. That one nearly ran for 6, went the distance, full 3 maps on the second control point for map number 5. So we'll see what we're up to tonight. I'm fully expecting to see a little bit of chaos here. You got Magic Bang Bus in the blue, gonna be running that Ryan Zarya, and the Whambulance over there in red. Names Wolf and White's gonna run the Ryan Diva. We do see the Sim coming out from Whambulance here. He's
Yeah.
gonna be a little bit speedier.
As one half of the captains of that game, if these games are that much fun, we're in for a very enjoyable evening.
Absolutely. Here comes the
That was-
TP onto point. A little
From
slow
both
with the lift
teams.
there. The TP does come out from the side of Magic Bang Bus. Wasn't quite expecting that. Early trades for both sides, but Hefty's got a big conch mine there. Gonna pick up 2, make that 3. That's gonna be a swift victory for the Bang Bus. Holy cow.
Just well executed. It really shows just how much of an advantage in the close quarters having that Junkrat is. One concussion mine, just boom, everyone is dead. Just because it's so much damage in such a small space.
Absolutely. Oh, and look at Hefty with the lurk. He's going to be in the back line, just raining havoc immediately. Already has the tire, will perish in the midst of that melee, but nonetheless got the ult charge they needed. And now it's just going to be a little bit of a stagger fight back towards point. The teleporter still online, should give a good chunk of capture progress still to remain for Magic Bang Bus. Will Wipe spots it, goes ahead and take that one down. Juice picks up 2 kills on their entry. The Whambulance coming in strong to point, 30% capture progress in favor of the Bang Bus. 31 before it flips on over here.
Oh, and here we have Juice catching Hefty off guard.
Ooh, and that's a good one. Hefty has really the only ult online that's not going to happen like in the middle of the fight. Bonsley Toss does have the Shatter. We've got a couple other ults near, but that tire could have been sprung to try to get that early pre-fight advantage, pick off a healer or something, but now it's out of the question. Just going to go ahead and regroup for the Bang Bus, and now they're coming on in. Hefty leads it off with the tire. Juice has the Deadeye. Will it go? Juice finds the tire. We see the cap start in for the Bang Bus. They're almost going to get the full cap before the contest, but Wipes is there just in the nick of time. Rogue pops the beat to give a little bit of survivability. Juice gets shut down from the high noon by the turret of Banging My Drums. Does not feel good, but you know Jonah's laughing in the background.
Put the nano boost on the Wipes together and keep them alive and keep this fight going. They're getting picks. This is not over yet. They getting the boost onto Noro, and they are going to Magic Bang Bus. They are going to flip the point.
And that's really disappointing for the side of Whambulance. They had 2 or 3 bodies that were ready to keep staggering and just didn't quite keep the point presence as much as they needed. See what they can do on the recontest here. They've got the bomb and the dragon. That's going to be about it in the face of a nano, a grav, and a shatter. I expect to see Hefty walk out of this fight basically with another tire if the grav goes off from Iron Brew.
Taking one out of our playbook with the nano on Lucio.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to let the frog out. Hefty gets the kill onto his compatriot there. Juice getting taken down by another car bomb. Now we see Whambulance just have to kind of back on out. Bonzitas getting aggressive. Iron Brew knows he has the grab. Will it come through? The Dragon Strike to try to chop off any other attackers, but really just kind of zoning there. It'll be enough for the team to lose Iron Brew in the process, though. Bonsley throws a shatter into a shield, and now it's time for the Whambulance to hit the go button. They've got 2 picks. Still a couple of ults in the face of Magic Bang Bus, however. Trying to do something to get the point rolling here.
Well, charge just off the back, right off the point.
Not what you want to see there from your Reinhardt, especially 94% to shatter. It's getting scrappy now, a little bit of 3-on-3 action, but Lazy Turtle keeping everybody nice and well with that beat. The bomb hits point, gonna find no one. Hefty throws the tire in, can't quite collect the Sidui, will find Rogue as Iron Brew pops down the Graviton Surge. Is it enough though? Bonsley Toss laying down as Names Wolf hits the shatter, throws the pin back the other way, but gets destroyed first. Slowly but surely, the Magic Bang Bus is going to win out this fight in the first point of Lijiang. Wow. That was a pretty chaotic final fight. I'm quite shocked to see that the Whambulance wasn't able to extend that to a few more contests. They had 2 picks on their entry. What really happened there, if you caught anything, Stek?
Well, they really had a missed opportunity. It looks like the name's Wolf. He may have gotten booped or had just kind of mispositioned himself on the charge. He managed to hit the small gap between the pillar and that back pillbox there.
Oh,
and just hit the small gap and go right off the edge.
Whoop! Did a quick ollie on his way out. Hit the 360 fakie, no hands, over the edge, suicide Reno.
Yep, so that was definitely a bit of a lost opportunity from that. But I imagine on this map, they'd be trying to rectify that. Magic Bang Bus are just going to teleport right in.
I like it. You got Iron Brew there looking for the boop if anybody tries to go too fast on you. And then you get the TP into point. Set up that car wash early. Names Wolf already not having a fun time with it as he gets shredded between the Sim and Hefty staring at him with the Junkrat. Rogue also catches a turret in the face. And that's going to be about it. Super unfortunate entry picks there for the Whambulance. Magic Bang Bus cleans it on up and starts to take home some of the capture progress for point number 2 here. Wipes trying to look over this bridge, but they're pretty scary. If there's Lazy Turtle and Iron Brew lurking for boops, you're going to have a bad time. Wipes kind of activates the beehive here, getting over the edge of the bridge. Bonzitas going to take a quick nap and get purple just deleted right there. Names Wolf was in a similar state, but going to be able to survive. And there's 2 kills. Lazy Turtle, not quite sure what happened to them, but the Lucio in the hole means that there is not a lot of point presence for the Bang Bus, but they're just chasing this ball around off on coast side. Names Wolf will get the pin, tries to hit the fire strike, still not going to be able to kill the wrecking ball of Iron Brew, who's just causing havoc on point, getting a ton of stall for the Bang Bus. They're still on point here. Banging my drums has the TP to the window finally destroyed, but they're there charging up the beam. Now it's back for Iron Brew with the next step of recontest. Will that finally be it? Hefty tries to make it, can't quite find the window. 52% will do it for the first cap of the Bang Bus. Oh, Hefty with a late stagger here. That's not great. Juice getting pretty excited there. I guess nothing to punish him just yet. Knows his limits here. It's called limit testing, folks. You just gotta feed until you actually get punished for it, and feed slightly less.
That's right. He's just really trying to take this angle and make it his own. They're just having to play around him. He has control of the open space.
Absolutely. Speaking of trying to control space, Iron Brew and Hefty run a little bit cheeky, flanked by themselves. The Shatter does come down. It finds 2. Names Wolf gets the double kill from the Shatter itself. Dragons come through from the Sidui to just try to help clean things up, but they're not going to collect any. Iron Brew will find 1 and drops the minefield. Still a solid hold, however, for the Whambulance.
An excellent shatter there from the name's Wolf. Really just enabled that all to happen. Well done.
You love to see it. It's a fast-charging ult. If you can convert that for 2 kills all day, Josh is going to have a really good night. Hefty gets picked again early. No tire available for the poor rat. It might be time to tire and swap if I'm Hefty. I might be getting a little frustrated, but patience perhaps key here. We do see Iron Brew over to the Hog, getting off the ball, which I'm surprised. Not too much CC on the other side. Maybe just not offering the team the value they want. throw a bit of spam damage back at the win. Now 75% in final fight territory. Leading off at the wall and the tire. The beat is going to come down from Rogue, but it doesn't do enough for Decidueye, who gets caught by Hefty. Minoru trades out his counterpart, King Pebble. So healers are slim pickings these days as Minoru goes down as well. Hefty's on point with Iron Brew. That should have... Drops the bomb! Hefty gonna have to hide from that. Iron Brew takes a breather, and now that's the cap over towards the Bang Bus.
I do really like the call to go for the vertical placement on the wall instead of horizontal there from Banging My Drums. I think that split it way better with how Whambulance was positioned.
Well, and it really gives you 4 quadrants of point to work with instead of the 2 halves that you basically already had there. It actually generates you some more cover and advantage. Juice drops the Deadeye from the corner and it finds Iron Brew. That's a beefy target to take down.
Yep. I don't know if you were watching it on your end, but we had it on cams. Iron Brew was asleep. That was just a solo, kill the sleeping hog.
So worth it.
Very worth it.
Dragon Sue Hefty sends in the tire, but the Shatter's going to be the real MVP here. Names Wolf laying down a couple and filling up that kill feed for what should be the last cap of point number 2. Whambulance going to just barely be able to take it back. Iron Brew's trying to fight his way towards point with the whole hog, but wipes in his face. A sleep dart on Lazy Turtle, and it's not enough. 94% to 100, though. A tight contest for point 2.
We get to go to 3.
Well, that was a very good turnaround there from Whambulance. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and they were just able to execute it pretty well.
And honestly, that's
really taking advantage of the Reinhardt in that space.
I'm not surprised to see that from them, honestly. Like, if you just think about these people as people, like, all 6 of them are so good at keeping their heads on straight, coming back from being behind, like, you know, keeping morale high and energy high. Like, not shocking to see them take a loss in stride and come back on second map.
Absolutely, and both of you there, Steck and Keegan, make good points that I think speak specifically to the Whambulance here. Because you're going to get Juice and Decidueye, who are just going to kind of wander around and shoot things. But Names Wolf, you can focus the rest of that team into a core line fight. He's just going to get to go off. Bonsley Toss and Banging My Drums each get an opening pick here with Minoru down. That's a ton of sustain that's just going to be hard to make up for with just Lucio heals from the Rogue. Going to work their way towards a beat pretty quickly, but Lazy Turtle also in the same neighborhood here. Trying to get the slow, pokey recontest, not lose anybody too late in this fight. You see Whambulance just kind of huddled up near the coast side entrance. Minoru and Decidueye are going to be back, but have a hard time using up with their team. Hefty finds 1 kill into the back line. And I hear Banging My Drums teleporting around, just laughing away with a shotgun up at the front. Both bubbles are out from the side of the Bang Bus. You'd expect to see some aggression coming now, but Wolf just doesn't have the shield pressure for it. Wipes does get in on Iron Brew, though, and that's a solid pick to start things off. Banging My Drums trying to enforce some of that pressure with Zarya gone. The counter charge on both rides. Names Wolf takes a nap, gets the nano, gets woken up. Here they come. It's time for the Whambulance to make their charge. Juice fills up the kill feed with the 3-piece, and that will be a clean take at about 40% here for Red Team.
Rogue really flexing his new Diamond SR on Lucio there. Jeez.
It took both supports here. We mentioned Rogue with the beat throwing it down there on the Lucio, and Minoru popped the nano. We are going to see a few ults online.
The nano boost onto the Names Wolf did have the advantage of basically nullifying the tire, which exploded right on him and didn't do anything.
Perfect timing. And Names Wolf had been asleep just a fraction of a second earlier. Not sure who clipped him to wake him up. Look at Juice on the high ground. Here's the Deadeye. Will he drop? He'll get booped even higher by the Rat Mine. Still holding, still holding. Pulls for nothing, but will get the flashbang onto Hefty, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's just going to be the rundown of Bonsley Toss to end this push. Tied up 40% for both folks here. A couple of ults online. What combos were you looking at, Steck?
We're gonna see a Shatter and a Dragons, I think.
I hope so. It's either going to be a zoning dragon or they might be able to pop the combo. With Names Wolf's ability to lay down a fat shatter, I expect to see Decidueye follow it up cleanly, especially, ooh. So Whambulance, or Bang Bus looking to go through white here? They are. If they can catch him rotating up on the stairs, it's a good shatter opportunity.
I think they saw it with the Sonic Arrow. Because Names Wolf changed his position when they started going through. I think he had vision on it.
Decidueye doing a bit of scouting here. Rogue pushing a little far forward. Bouncy Toss is going to kill Juice. Rogue wasn't able to save him in time, and there we go. The Dragon, the Grab, the Blossom, everything coming out, but the kill feed's relatively silent here. So that amount of you pushing. See if Nameswell can get a little more percentage off. Just going to go ahead and feed on point here for the last 3 ticks. Does manage to take someone with him to the grave. No, excuse me, no, that's Minoru. Now Juice is there. They might be able to shake this all the way to 99. Juice finds a couple, but finally they will be taken down. Right? Right? No.
Got reinforcements incoming.
I do like this though.
Rogue drops the beat.
Here's
The
the
kick
Dire from
ults back
Hefty.
out. It was Lazy Turtle's beat, excuse me. Rogue still holding on to it. Will die with the beat. Hefty drops the tire. That took 3 more ultimates than Magic Bang Bus really wanted to invest. Now it's going to be Whambulance coming back with a beat, a shatter, a bomb, and probably a high noon in the midst of this fight. And they've already got it at 99. It's time to hit the speed and just roll on through on the back of your ultimates.
Yeah, I honestly love the way Whambulance played that. Like, just hold point as long as we can. Just force out a couple ultimates. But don't press our own cues. Like, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, try push feed on point, especially if you're not feeding much more ult charge. There wasn't a lot back to that. King Pebble, Hefty, and Lazy Turtle all use their ults late and about 30%. Here comes the bomb. The shatter can't connect to hit the combo, but they will get the immortality field out. Now here comes the high noon is what I'm scared of. Where's Juice lurking? Where's he at? I'm expecting it. Oh, gets taken down by Lazy Turtle. A huge boop there. Heads up play by the Lucio of Bang Bus, and a big grab finds Wipes. Unable to eat it. That might just about do it here. Whambulance is gonna need some heroics like they had in the first fight, but it looks like it's not gonna happen. 98% and counting. Gonna be the Bang Bus with your first map win, but man, Whambulance felt like they threw a pretty nice opportunity away there.
Wow. Doesn't really get any closer than that. That could have gone absolutely either way.
Big spot at the end there, Stack. Lazy Turtle probably gets the unsung hero award for that final push. You boop the ulting McCree. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Here's Hefty with the play of the game. Really shows the true power of that Junkrat in that small of a space. Definitely carried them to victory on that point there.
Oh, don't fight a land war in Asia. Don't fight a Junkrat in a hallway.
This one's even above. Don't get into a challenge with the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Oh man, death is definitely on the line for both teams here. Some small mistake gets punished aggressively and immediately, and I love the little bit of shenanigans that are still going on though. I love just the little bit of BM and chaos and just a little bit of feediness here and there, going for some spectacular plays. I'm looking at you, Hefty and Juice. I know you're going at it in the DMs. Tons of fun to watch so far, though, folks. Strap in. We've got another couple of maps headed your way. Bang Bus, take home map number 1. Lijiang for control round 1. Next up will be S13. Everything in the pool here for playoffs, so who knows what we're going to get. My expect, though, probably Junkertown.
Junkertown would raise a lot of very interesting opportunities for our DPS.
Yeah, Junkertown just feels like it lets everybody loose a little bit.
Yep. I would hope, really hope that we get some good sniper duels if we go to Junkertown.
Rogue gonna hop onto tank.
Interesting.
Shining in for the support slot.
Some interesting flexes, yeah.
Rogue. Now you've played with Rogue more than I think the rest of us might have. Key.
Yeah, we were on Magic Bang Bus 2.
Tell me what insights you got, bud.
I mean, well, he did play DPS for MBB2, so I didn't see as much of his tank and support. But I don't know offhand. I can, of course, check his career profile because we have technology. But yeah, I mean, he's got about 1,000 SR higher on support than tank, which is why I'm surprised to see it. I mean,
I have played support with him.
His support just hit diamond. Tank is low gold. So in pure terms of skill, I'm surprised to see the switch. But
an easy 1v1 matchup for Iron Brew, though. I see. I'm seeing where you're headed with this.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I mean, him on off tank versus Iron Brew. Iron Brew is one of the highest ranked tanks we have in the league. But I do think Rogue has a really good sense of like team positioning and has a really good sense of like shot calling, which is a lot easier to do on off tank. So I feel like this decision is probably for cleaning up comms and making like communication through the team a little easier rather than specifically because Rogue as a tank is the play.
And that's going to be critical as we're headed to Havana, going to be the pick from Whambulance. A map that really opens up a lot of opportunities for some like interesting coordinated plays. You know, it can be dominated by sniper heavy, just hold shield and wait for somebody to die. Or you can start to get pretty creative with it with some of the different pathings, the high grounds, the compositional differences. I'm really curious to see what happens here. If perhaps Magic Bang Bus will be going for a close hold on the start, I wouldn't be against it. That would be quite exciting here. We are going to see Nameswolf and Rogue perhaps double up on the main tank. Are they really?
I was gonna say it could also be a hero pool thing. I don't know Wipes' pool necessarily.
That is a fair point. I
But
do not know Wipes.
I know, especially if they want to like double shield defense, I know Rogue is happy to play some shieldy boys. So that could always be it.
Wipes first on most of the tanks, maybe just a little bit of a playtime factor. We'll see what happens here headed into this one. 2 seconds left before comps will be open. From the gate, looking like a hog from Nameswolf. Perhaps this is the factor more of free Nameswolf from having to walk the frontline fight. Put Rogue on the Rhine, put Rogue on some sort of shield tank for the front line, and let Nameswolf, you know, pull a little bit more of that higher SR game awareness towards the flank angles.
Okay.
Gonna be a pretty good matchup with what's currently coming out of the Magic Bang Bus, though. With Hefty on the Junkrat, not too much of a threat for the Hog. Or with Banging My Drums on the Junkrat. Hefty on the Doomfist is gonna have a real bad time. Bonsly toss there with the Rhine. So a shield to shred. We'll see if they can do it. Set up on the gas station early. Most of Bang Bus waiting out this first hold. Nameswolf look forward to the Sig for the brawl fight in the beginning. I don't mind seeing it. Minoru on the Zen's gonna put out a lot of damage. Ironbrew just gets roasted before he can even hit the ground. Hefty finds 2 though. And that's gonna be a quick regroup from the side of the Whambulance. But they did get their couple of picks. It will be paying off in spades in just a few seconds here. If somebody can get in deep, King Pebble is all alone on the back corner by Cafe.
Oh wow. It is a bit of a trek to get back though.
Yeah, way far in there. Rogue takes down a Hefty, which will be another nice kill, but gonna be back relatively speedily as Banging My Drums finds Juice. Slow fights. Normally we see these close hold fights just turn into 2 swarms of bees just milling around one another, firing like mad and total chaos. This one's been pretty calm, cool, and collected, which is in the favor of the Bang Bus. They've got the time, they've got the disruption to start playing with, and it's just free cart that they're not getting. The shatter out of Bonsly Toss is going to hold this one down a little longer. Juice pops the Deadeye for 3, though. Hefty overextends a little bit. Lazy Turtle and Banging My Drums get caught as well. Finally, the cart's going to roll on forward. Juice catches a little bit of calisthenics from Rogue, taking a nap in the street there.
I do
Sometimes
owe a
that's all you
formal
need is just
apology.
one really good alt.
True. No one knows that better than Rogue. I owe a formal apology for pressing the wrong hotkey after he pressed Q on that. So we saw Minoru's dead body instead of the 3K. That's on me.
Oh, man. It'd be like that sometimes.
Counting's hard,
Nano
man.
falls down on the Hefty. Nano Doom can be pretty scary, but looks like the cooldown's not quite ready there. Mostly Little Fist for the time being. Stunned. Now gonna have to ult away. Hefty didn't get a lot of value from that as Rogue and Juice collect a couple of kills to return back from the fight. Magic Bang Bus, though, clearing things out. Hefty slams Juice back to spawn. Lazy Turtle's gonna collect the res on the Bonsly Toss. And we're back to the even fight state here as Banging My Drums collects himself. Headed back from spawn. Another round of 6v6 with a minute 35 on the board here.
Alt economy very much in favor of Whambulance. But, I mean, one big tire doesn't care.
That's the real problem, is you don't have a good counter for Tire. The lift out of Names Wolf, gonna find Bonsley toss. That'll convert the kill. A nice one.
Here comes the
Rogue
Tire.
sends the Shatter a little bit too advantageous there. Adventurous, excuse me. Banging my drums finds one with the Tire Iron, one with the mines as well. Just a bit of posturing on point, trying to get those last few meters out of progress. Minoru and Rogue probably gonna die here though. Indeed. Rogue finds a mine, Minoru finds the support lineup of Magic Bang Bus 3, and that'll be the reset, ticking on a little bit closer to capturing point 1. It's going to be about one more fight here, at least one more comfortable one. Seju, caught in an awkward situation, needs a bailout from the team. Gonna have to burn the fade for that one. Bonsley toss whipping these fire strikes, even though it does have the Shatter online. Will Rogue be ready for it? If Juice pops a high noon, honestly, I think you just break Rhine Shield and then blap the rest of the team with the Shatter. But instead, they're gonna nano the Junkrat. That'll break a shield in a heartbeat. Let's see what happens here. Jonam firing down hallway with Reckless Abandon, exactly where you want to make the junk. But so far, a good little disengage. They know they've got time, so the Whambulance just kind of backing off a little bit. They will trade out Bonsley Toss, the rest for Iron Brew. The Tire from Banging My Drums, though, finds both tanks, and that should about do it. Decidueye sends the Dragons from spawn. Will it be enough? Seju Shining frantically trying to hold a bit more cart progress. The stagger won't quite be enough for the next touch, and that is a pretty short progress bar for the Whambulance to have to hold on this next point. But no, they're still touching.
Hefty,
Rogan Names Wolf getting into it.
Hefty, no!
Bonsley Toss does lay down the Shatter. It's going to come on point. Will it be enough? It will for the cleanup of Minoru still here. Whambulance never saying die. Says who can't quite get the fade onto point, and that'll be it. Kinnigan, what happened to Hefty? I missed it.
So he got a punch kill on Juice, and then immediately hit Meteor Strike, used it on Juice's body, and then just teabagged while Rogue and them touched point.
Oh, punished for the hubris indeed. Wow.
Love to see it.
His team ended up making it okay, but I was watching the overtime contested bar, and I was like, hey bud.
You know, we've got Zarathustra's throw. I would have really liked to have a Heftvana issue.
Heftvana. That's a good one.
I want it. We need a new namesake for a map here.
Yeah.
I think this one might be christened in favor of Magic Bang Bus, though, the way that attack went for the Whambulance. Just not quite the progress they wanted to see there. And I can't really put my finger on what the issue was. It felt like the ult advantage was kind of in their favor, that they just maybe didn't cycle things or be as aggressive as necessary.
At least for the last fight, I think they just needed to press Q sooner. Like, Juice and Decidueye both, went up and tried to get in a fight with Iron Brew.
Well, that might be
and died before they pressed Q.
Is that the DPS are putting in enough work to farm their ults between Juice and Decidueye, but they might be trying to play for a little bit too big of a play? Maybe a little bit too much hero, I'm not sure, but it feels like they could be throwing them out a little bit more aggressively, and even if you don't convert on the kill, convert on the team following the pressure. Juice will get the early kill, though, on the King Pebble. Gets returned by Iron Brew, and the res out. This means that that full hold, or that close hold, is just done for now. As you see, Names Wolf gets demeched. Rogue, no, baby! Purpled and charging towards point, and probably knows he's not going to get out of there, but I'd rather charge away and just flee Seju. Gonna be up on the high ground. Hefty knows he's there, though. This is not going to be the great escape unless you get a sick, nasty sleep here, my friend. Hefty hunting down this prey. Seju will get a sleep onto Bonsley before exiting, but that's a late stagger. Time for the Lucio pick. Get yourself back in the fight. I don't care about the 32% ult charge. I care about the 3 meters the cart has to go. 6 meters, sorry. Names Wolf gonna go down again. Back on the ball. Iron Brew finds him with that hog swap. And now he finds Juice as well. Iron Brew popping off a little bit here. Rogue will fall to the hammer of Bonsley toss as we see Magic Bang Bus just gets to pour on the pressure now. There was no regroup really happening on the Whambulance. They were just a little bit too, I don't know what the word is, stressed, chaotic, concerned about getting the touch. Not really a full team fight, and Magic Bang Bus cleans this one up in short order. 2-0 in their favor.
Just a clean execution here for Magic Bang Bus. Everything they needed to do, they just did it. They went in fights quickly. They got out of fights quickly. clearly communicating with each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
Here, our play of the game, the big 4-man Deadeye from Juice, which enabled Whambulance to get out of that spawn trap they were in. Unfortunately, not able to get much past the second corner, which cost them the map.
Unfortunate.
It happens. So, Magic Bang Bus now 2-0. However, in our last quarterfinal match, we did start 2-0 and end up 3-2 the other direction. So, I would not count Whambulance out yet. The reverse sweep dream is always alive.
By no means shall there be any counting out of the Whambulance at this point. We've got Hybrid coming up next, so there's solid potential for the Whambulance to make a good comeback on this map. You have the full hold opportunity. I feel like if this was on Escort now, it's a little bit harder. It's a little more disheartening, just because even if you do get that first point, it's not really guaranteed with any of them. Whereas on the Hybrid map, you get that first solid capture point. Can pose a pretty hefty challenge, and you usually get some pretty good choke points after that. A nice early hold, very possible for Whambulance. We'll see what their pick is.
A hefty challenge, you say?
A hefty challenge?
Hefty.
The solo already dead McCree Meteor Strike. Yeah, you know the one hefty. Rogue coming back in on the support for Seju. Wipes back to the tank line. Honestly, I think they might have been vibing just a little bit better with that setup previously. No shade to any of the boys moving around in their roles here, but we'll have to see what works out on King's Row. Love to see it. Love to see it. A strong tank line coming back from Whambulance. Going to be critical here. Honestly, if you're playing hefty and banging my drums on DPS, first Juice and Decidueye, I wouldn't hate seeing some Echo, maybe some Pharah, something to either force banging my drums onto a soldier, and or lock hefty into some hit scan play. King Pebble very competent on the Ana to put down some anti-air support, but I'd be interested to see Whambulance play into that a little more on King's Row first, at least. They've got the solid tank line. They just need to back it up with some kind of off-angle pressure.
Absolutely. They really need to force the DPS line of Magic Bang Bus to change things up. They need to change the situation so they're not playing like two close quarters projectile DPSs directly into their core.
Yeah, because the Magic Bang Bus has been playing more aggressive and faster than Whambulance all night. So just accept that you're not the aggressor in most of these fights, and play that pokey, slower style that you've been wanting to. Just make it happen with more offense. Like you said, Steck, if Bang Bus is going for ram it down your throats, close quarters brawl, well, just match it with some poke.
I've heard worse ideas.
And it definitely looks like they are trying to move in that direction with their composition. They have the Kree and the Hanzo, which can put out a lot of kind of spammy damage. Absolutely, a lot of just a lot of guns.
See, this is what I mean though. If they would have picked a Pharah or maybe an Echo, there's nothing for it on the side of Magic Bang Bus. No, it's just a swap away.
Genji in a sim.
TP to high ground most likely? No, just behind pillar. To make for a quick rotate if they choose to do it. Minimum fast respawns. Ironberg gonna be the first one to have to use it though. The lamp coming out of Rogue on statue there. Wolf just getting bopped around. Can't afford to drop the shield for the fire strike. He'll get taken out. Banging my drums does get the reciprocal kill.
Oh!
Juice with 2 though. Hopefully
Huge
gonna hold
flank
this.
kill from Juice.
FD lurking a little longer than maybe comfortable, but the Decidueye can't collect it. Ironbrew just going to zip in and out with that teleporter. They did break it, though, so maybe we're interested in headed to high ground to help meet up with our Genji or something. FD's got 6 cents going on. Juice was sneaking up for the flashbang, couldn't quite get there in time to collect.
teleporter in now.
With the dash, and now with that TP drops him right behind it there, Steck. To the backup point, starting to cap progress, get the off angles. Nameswolf drops the shatter on the Iron Brew, now the pin, but bubbled. Will it be enough as Juice pops the Deadeye to find 2? I think that'll do it. 1 tick in favor of the Bang Boys. We're gonna run over King Pebble on the way back to spawn though, and we go again.
Bonsley toss got shut down mid-ult.
Oh. You hate to see that. Shattered.
Really do. Looked like it was going to be a big one, but then he died.
That sounds about right. Sounds typical of my Ryan play anyway.
Same.
It's fat, it's fat, it's fat. Bleh. Here comes the window from King Pebble. Gonna try to force the rest of the Bang Bus around the corner. They say, no, we're not leaving. We're gonna throw that lamp down, but just sit in the dragons anyway, and Banging My Drums will pay for it. Decidueye does get the 1 kill, converted over here. We see the beat come out of Lazy Turtle, Hefty with the blade. So beaded blade, no nano online, but it'll be enough for a couple of kills here. Hefty finds 1 with the ult, and the rest of the team able to convert from Magic Bang Bus. 4 minutes in their bank, respectable hold though for the Whambulance. It's what we needed to see here, as long as they can get a solid recontest and not stagger through streets, which is not a good way to do it if you lose your BAP and your Hanzo late. Ooh.
Well, the worst thing is they did the right thing. Like Rogan Decidueye, well, arguably, they got out very, very early, and so it seemed like they should have gotten out.
They backed up and got out early, but then decided, well, we're out early enough that we can do a little bit of poke and pick damage, but not quite far
You
enough.
either just gotta die or get out.
Ooh, grab into window, and that's a quick cleanup. Bonsley grabs 2 with the boosted Fire Strike. You see Pebble just racking up those assists in the kill feed from that marvelous window to convert all of Iron Brew's grab kills into spawns. And here we go. That's what we call rolling through streets. Solid ultimate usage so far from the side of Magic Bang Bus. 5 alive for the side of the Whambulance. They need to just press some Qs and walk on in here. I'm looking for a grab drag. Easy peasy. Get the recontest, win the fight. Let's see if they do it. Nano comes out early onto Wolf. The grab. 0.36 meters, but that's not gonna matter. They blow most of the ultimate stockpile here, but Nameswolf collects. I think that was 4 with a Fire Strike, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Juice had a really big high noon, but I think the majority of the damage went into the shield, and then Nameswolf was able to kind of clean up the pieces.
Love this. Bang My Drums on a nice little piece of off angle here. Just to get some pretty solid chip damage in and build that tire quickly. Just lobbing him in the backline. Rogue has to pop the shift early. Decidueye throws a bit of a zoning dragon here. Can't quite catch Bonsley toss in the corner. And Bang My Drums slept but safe and snugly behind his Reinhardt shield. There goes the shatter from Nameswolf though.
Ult from Banging My Drums.
Huge play from the Reinhardt of Whambulance to save point 2. Possibly Rogue and Juice will fall, but the kill potential still online from the Whambulance. Wow. That was a wonderful shatter from Nameswolf.
That was a huge shatter.
I'm going to give him the credit of shutting down the tire, but I think it was just the nice opening and convenient timing.
Now, they do have Grab Blade. A little cheeky. High damage into people who can't run away.
We'll see Grab Blade not the end of the world with the Immortality field. We'll see what happens there. Midori does have the Nano and the anti available as well. There's the grab. Here comes the Immortality in front of the window. It pops almost immediately. And now Nameswolf sat on the ground by Bonsley Toss, who throws out the shatter. And that's going to wrap up point 2.
Huge sleep out of the blade.
Oof, yeah, Decidueye takes down Hefty after the sleep. Using the Sonic Dart just for a little bit of added flair. I know, Fox McCumulus and I read Decidueye all the time. Don't just hit shift every single time it's on cooldown and fire it like a normal arrow. You don't have to reload anyway, fam.
Oh, really clean sleep
Oh,
there
Nameswolf wanted the sleep target of Lazy Turtle, but countercharged by Bonsley Toss. Really heads up play to keep the Lucio alive. Juice can't find the flank. Deadeye Can he survive with his life? Takes the bubble from Wipes to do it, but still going to perish towards Hefty's shurikens. Wolf gets a couple of kills up
Now,
on the front
credit
line.
where credit's due. You did just call him out, but Decidueye had Sonic off cooldown for like a solid 8 seconds.
See that, folks? That is patience.
That's personal growth. We love this. That time he used it right away.
Iron's back to the hog for third. I'm a little bit surprised. There's the grab onto the back line. The tire comes through, but the Dragon Strike is bigger. That'll be 4 for Decidueye. Love to see the combo coming out.
You really do love to see it. Decidueye's like, you're gonna make fun of my Sonic Arrow? I'll show you.
That Sonic Arrow got me the Dragon's punk. Hey, you talking about my Sonic Arrows, brother. Here's the window. Bonsley Toss looking for that Fire Strike through it. Will catch Wipes. Pretty hefty chunk of damage. Will healed up on this nonetheless. Name's Wolf. Gonna let Bonsley Toss go on by and slap that Shatter down. And now both Ryans have faded back towards spawn. Wipes is high charge though. This Zarya can really shred Lazy Turtle. He spent a little too much time hanging out on cart. Iron Brew is antied and vaping his little butt off back towards spawn. They're just gonna get the reset. 30 seconds in the bank. Take what you need for banging my drums to respawn and come back fresh. They do have Blade. They do have Shatter. It's going to be Minoru for the Whambulance with the Nano online. Rogue trying to charge the window and survive. Will be able to do so, but Hefty's still lurking in the back line. If they could just take down that Hanzo, and they do! Decidueye eliminates the Blade from the final fight. King Pebble will remove Decidueye from this fight. And now Juice gone as well. No DPS online. The Shatter comes out. Wipes gets the bubble for himself. Names Wolf blocks it for himself. Rogue does fall. The Nano comes out on Minoru. So maybe a little bit wasted there, but gotta make sure the bat lives. King Pebble drops the window for the final stretch. Lazy Turtle throws down the beat. Maybe a little bit scared for their team, but I think we could have held it for a second. Names Wolf desperately trying to posture towards point and gain a little bit of time for the respawns. The Blade finds Rogue. Grab is good on cart. Can they convert? Indeed, Decidueye finds 1 with the Dragons and 2 generically here as they repulse the final attack. Whambulance has the win condition. Just need to walk it almost 3 points.
I want to ask your guys' input on something that we just saw on stream. So Juice had the ultimate there in that last fight. Popped it right after seeing Hefty Blade. Had the skull on Genji, but opted to try and save it to get potential kills on tanks. Do you think the play there is to just shut down the Blade, or to try and save it for a bigger play?
No.
Because like I would always put it on the Blade, but I'm also like 6'4" of straight bitch and terrified of Genji, so like I might not be a great litmus test.
You know, I think I take the Blade there. However, if you see the Genji is about to reflect, you might as well hold longer for tanks anyway. We'll give him that one.
I don't play Genji like at all. He can still deflect during Blade. Blade's not like all-encompassing.
Nope. Blade just takes away shurikens and resets dash.
Word.
Fox M, our resident Genji in the chat. What would you say if you were blading? Would you, as the McCree, kill yourself or kill your tanks?
Wait.
Hang on.
Wait a minute. Phrasing.
So you're McCree and you have Blade.
What I'm hearing here. You're gonna see a Tracer come out. King Pebble just gets rounded up in the backline though. Knocked out by a couple of Sequoias headed his way. And Juice gonna collect the kill onto the Zip Stop. Hefty. Pretty solid attack so far from the Whambulance. They're gonna take this one. Lord. Fine fashion. They almost killed Magic Bang Bus too fast. Now they get full forward spawns. They've got the Tracer in the back line. They're gonna get the camp at Archway. They do lose the Tracer early, but not really the end of the world. She's gonna be back fast. She kind of does her own thing anyway. You still have the core 5 to fight.
I do want to say, map 3 in our game on Tuesday, whenever we played a game, Iron Brew, after our attack on King's Row, described us as looking angry about the way we played first point, and that is very much how Whambulance felt right there.
Oh yeah, y'all came
look
out
like
bad.
they are just like.
I mean, hey, sometimes you just need to get angry and just start swinging that hammer and just see what happens. Bonzi tosses anti, lays down the shatter though, and he'll stay alive. Names Wolf does collect the nano. The kills come through fast enough here for Magic Bang Bus to get the retake. And now a very nice hold opportunity. They lose Bonzi Toss a little bit late, but I think they've got the point pressure needed to keep holding this. Iron Brew stalling things up. Can he escape with his life? Bit of an awkward rollout situation, and he's going to get traded out by Rogue and Juice here. Some good kills onto both tanks late. It's time for Whambulance to push that advantage. They get the immortality out of Lazy Turtle as well. Collect these kills, friends. Push, push, push.
And Names Wolf really looking for it. He's got a shatter on the mind. He's scared to miss it, but take Bonzi Toss out to do it.
Oh, what? The Bonzi Toss was in the air when that shatter happened. How did...
I cannot comprehend.
All chaos is breaking loose here. We see the tire, we see the Deadeye. Juice does kill a heavy, and then drops the tire, but Dylan Iron Brew gonna go ahead and hit the minefield to try to slow this fight up just a little bit. The kill's still coming out in favor of Whambulance, excuse me. Just trying to watch those things. Still fighting. Oh man, Whambulance gets shattered by Bonzi Toss. Still just refusing to lose this fight as Names Wolf swings into a gigantic grab and anti, and they're all gonna walk away from it! 3 people were purple and 10 HP and they all live.
Good lord.
King Pebble will eventually die, but Hefty now onto the flank, possibly looking for a bit of a spawn camp here. Lazy Turtle will die late.
That was really funny, sorry.
Wow! I am just astounded.
There's kind of like a Bath fight going on, just very much like 1v1 Bath playing with the high ground, and then Names Wolf just came in and whacked Lazy Turtle in the head. He was like, this takes too long.
Bonk. 4.5 minutes into third though for the Whambulance. It does feel like
And they
just
don't
came
need
out
to
bad
cap
and ready
either.
to play.
They don't
No,
need
and this is the spot.
full
They
third.
Rogue throws out the ult early. They do collect the kill on the King Pebble, and the shatter comes down from Names Wolf. They're just pouring on the pressure, but a couple of kills come out of Hefty and Iron Brew that might make the difference. Demeched though, Iron Brew is, there's still spawns in favor, so 1 kill at a time might be enough for Magic Bang Bus to stall this for a bit longer, but at this point, the ult economy just looks too strong in the favor.
game.
And that's gonna be it. No touch even available. Whambulance says, no, we're not going out like this. Bring it at least to map number 4.
You love to see it.
Woof.
Decidueye play the game.
Nice.
The
Probably
grab
that
drag.
grab drag.
4-piece. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Well done.
Solid gameplay there, and that looks like a completely different team from the Whambulance.
Yeah.
Look at that block damage stat. 28,000. That's
And 14k healing from Minoru.
that ain't
That's
nothing.
thick, as they say.
One thick boy, please. Oh. We'll see what the Bang Bus has in store here for the map number 4 pick. Might not. have thought
We
they
are
were gonna
getting a
have-
request for a brief moment
No, you get
of
nothing.
break.
No, you're all chained to your desks until I have had enough of shooty shooty bang bang anime superhero fight time.
They apparently just having some comms issues, so some folks gonna take a bio break with that free time.
You know, when I when I get stressed, I also get a full bladder, and then you just can't calm well.
Yeah, and you take like
gotta have-
22-minute long bio breaks.
I do not. That is a bold-faced lie.
I
That is a bold-faced lie. I take
don't know.
22 bio breaks per game, but that's because they're all short.
Okay, fair.
Have you tried just combining them all into one? Get it out of the way.
You know, I don't think that's how filling up a limited volume of space works, but I'll try that next time.
Just increase the volume of the space.
Also, FoxM in chat confirming that killing the Genji is the call, but a super good Genji can maybe get the kill if he's perfect.
Fair. I guess it's one of those situations where you just continue about your day, and if the McCree wants to pop it just for single kill, fine. Try to get the single kill out of Blade and go 1-for-1. If the Cree doesn't kill you, then you just probably go 2 or 3-for-1 on the ult exchange, right?
Well, you're really looking to get as much value as possible, and from my perspective, when there is a really aggressive blading Genji or even like a nano blading Genji, that needs to become priority because nothing can properly counter it at all.
Yeah, I think
if you have the
Kree-
ability just to immediately remove that threat,
yeah,
then that's
the
all.
Kree gets their worth by killing the Blading Genji. The Blading Genji gets their worth by getting kills, not necessarily by shutting down that high nair.
Exactly, and if you can kill that blading Genji before the Genji gets any value, then really that Genji getting negative value for themselves, and you're getting the positive value out of it.
Oh, you can tell we're getting into the weeds here if we're debating this kind of ult interplay. A solid matchup so far tonight between the triumvirate of the Bang Bussies?
Bang Bussy.
Bus.
Oh,
Bang
no.
Bussy.
What have I done? The Bang Bussy versus the Wham Bussy tonight.
The
In a solid matchup here, folks.
The passengers, if you will.
Who can take the most? Never mind. What?
The
Where were we?
passengers, if you will.
Yes. Yeah. Who can carry the most passengers? Will it be the ambulance or the bus? We've got the traffic showdown of a lifetime here, folks. The ambulance versus the bus full of mostly adults.
I don't know how to tell you that.
Actually, I would hope that this bus is all adults.
Yeah, I hope this bus is all adults.
I would think so.
Because of the kind of bus it is.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I'm going to rescind that statement and say the very adult bus.
All adults on that bus.
Oh, and the adult bus is gonna take a stop at Abubis.
Oh, we're going to Abubis.
Again.
Anubis.
Somebody
No.
play Farah. Somebody play Farah.
Now it's about that time that I make my official announcement again. If we see a 10-10 score on Draw Anubis, I will donate $100 worth of subs to the channel.
That's a lot of rounds of Anubis.
Yep.
And
It's theoretically possible, though.
I mean, theoretically, it can go up into like 256, I think, before I think the game can't handle a higher number.
Test it.
Yeah, let's test it. Let's go. I want to see it.
Jonah goes, say no more. Send it. We're headed to Anubis for map number 4. The Magic Bang Bus on the back foot after that solid showing from the Whambulance on King's Row here. We'll see what they can come out with on the attack. Gonna need to lay down a spicy time. Cannot afford to get bogged on first at minimum here if you're the Whambulance. Gonna have to come out with some sort of big bang strategy, I am sure. I'm 33% of the Magic Bang Bus legacy.
I literally captained 1 out of 3 of the Magic Bang buses.
You're a Bang alumna. I graduated from Bang Bus University. You know.
Bang Bus University.
some Latin, is it Latin? Greek honors in there that should have a little bit of variant names.
7-6. That's ridiculous.
You know,
7-6.
always
That was against. I believe that was against my team in the playoffs several seasons ago against the team formerly known as Mouse Cop.
I think Anubis just holds a special place in my heart for playoffs matches in this league.
Yeah.
It's where we saw the birth of Team by Tito's. It's where we've seen some crazy long games. It just is a bit of a wacky map if it's not just a full hold waffle sign. Go speeding right on through, banging my drums in a bad spot, but Hefty putting some work and disruption on the Doom. Not quite enough to slow anything down though.
I like this rotation.
Posted up on the high ground. And now it's going to give Minoru a very safe, comfortable position to hit this nade from Bonzi to a scary low. The lamp's not going to be enough from Lazy Turtle. Hefty goes down, and that is the kind of start we needed to see from the Whambulance to take this to map number 5. Solid entry frags. And late kills on the healers here if they don't take them early. King Pebble will fall, Lazy Turtle will escape. Would have kind of liked to see that stagger if possible, but that would have been pretty tricky with the instant respawns. One mechanic I don't like having taken out of 2CP.
What?
It cuts down on that 10-10 draw potential. The spawn timer, staggered spawns.
Oh, yep. Gotcha.
See, Ryan's charging everywhere. Bonzi tossing. Hefty takes down the back as the Situai collects another Sonic Arrow kill. Ding, 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 Sonic Arrow bingo, and the Dragonfire won. The Situai trying to solo carry this, but it's just not going to be enough kills here. Anubis has too fast to spawn for it to really make it dangerous. Names Wolf trying to leave, but he's going to get fragged out late, and Minoru can't keep him alive. Does manage to get the sleep on Iron Brew, but just going to have to let him take that power nap and come back full. It's already at 85% charge, though might have a Space Jam lined up if Hefty doesn't get overzealous and 14%.
They did get pretty aggressive there, and they did kind of blow their ult advantage there.
If I'm Whambulance right now, I think this is a hard dry push. Go over the right wall. Yep, there they go. Turn on speed and just run at him. See what you can get. Name's Wolf trying to get a little more than maybe he's got worth. He takes a nasty pin on a Bonfire the back line. Wipes eats the grab.
Wipes.
Woo. Spicy play, but maybe would have liked to hold the shatter, but if it's what you need to pop off some ults from the other side, we'll take a 4-for-1.
Magic Bang Bus, they used both support ults, and they had the grab that got eaten. That's a lot to spend there.
Quite a bit, but you know, I guess you got to spend ults to make ults. You know, as the old saying goes, trickle down ultonomics.
Well,
something. Yeah, no, I don't think that one goes in the favor of Bang Bus.
Much like IRL trickle down economics, not how that works.
Situai finds Hefty lurking for the late kills. Drums though finds Minoru, which is a pretty big shutdown. I think I'm still on dry fight. Ooh, never mind. It's gonna be a wet fight. Wipes and Juice both throw down the ults, and it's not gonna be enough here. Just 2 people left alive with the tire online. Rogue goes down. Wipes gets demeched. Are they gonna stagger this diva? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are.
I think a dry fight was the play there.
I really think it was, because you're just in this territory where you've got 4 minutes plus in your bank. Literally, just keep dry fighting until you have 6. Maybe throw one that charges fast, like a Dragon or a Shatter once in a while, just to keep Bang Bus honest. You know, keep them cycling ults, but see if you can get 6 and just blow the load all at the end. Especially, I think, people like onto a Zarya here. They do get the grab eat, which is amazing, but Iron Brew's a little off the next one. If you get a grab drag, it's a fight winner.
Ooh, Juice with a good pick, though.
We'll have to see it in a nice ante from Minoru. Those nades have been coming through clean. Hefty gets put on the ground. Hefty gets deleted on the front corner. Names Wolf nanoed and scary. The Trank comes out of King Pebble, but just a little bit slower than they might have liked. The return shatter from Names Wolf, putting the pressure on with the Dragon Strike from the Situai. This is what I mean. If you've got ults here, it's a very good fight. So far, numbers still in their favor. Whambulance trying to pour on the pressure. Rogue has the beat if they decide to invest it. But looks like there's just going to be a scattering. They're going to hold that beat for the grab, I expect. Hopefully they know Iron Brew's been farming it up with this kill feed, sprinkling with their name too.
Names Wolf played that so beautifully. That block was so clutch. The follow-up shatter was so good. That's such a heartbreaker.
It really, really is for Wolf. But you still got about to be 4 ults online. Pretty much the same pace from the side of the Bang Bus. We'll see how Whambulance wants to play this. Do you open up with the flank Deadeye? Do you go for just a main grouping Deadeye? Looks like Juice is still there with the team, so perhaps trying to just get some shield break and entry pressure. You can pop it from deep in the cave, and here it comes. The Graviton Surge comes through, the window's out. The Newt finds one. It'll be King Pebble who falls to the Deadeye of Juice. But now, Banging My Drums collecting a few. They can't get through the doorway. The tire comes out of Drums, and Decidueye, the counter rat, will fall here. Another fight in the favor of the Magic Bang Bus. They've really, really whittled down that clock. We saw Whambulance walk in with more than 4 minutes, and now we're ticking down to the final 60 seconds if they're not quick. They just don't have a combo. They really don't.
Oh, they're really built for individual picks in place like that.
Yeah, the best combo they have is Shatter Bomb, I guess, which is coming online.
And like, getting the 1 kill with High Noon is fantastic, but you gotta play like you're looking for a pick. They kind of played like they were hoping for a 4K.
Yeah, they were playing to blow out the back wall, but it's just not enough. Life's already dangerously low. Nameless Wolf is gonna fall, and this is just not what you needed here. Try push and reset, friends. Wipes, you cannot afford to get staggered, my dude. Go ahead and get on out. They will. The D.Va gonna be on the retreat, and that's a reset.
Pretty much just enough time for one more.
Names Wolf having a hard time, I expect, with the Discords. I haven't been watching it quite close enough, but the fact that Pebble has trans again, and Names Wolf only got about 10% ult charge in that last fight tells me he can't drop shield. Go for that right close angle. Trying to cut down the jump spam a little bit, most likely, but not gonna be able to do so. The Decidueye dies to the rat of Banging My Drums. Pulling the seniority card there is Banging My Drums. Too much time on the Junkrat. Here comes the shatter.
Could be big shatter. Oh, the trance though. Oh!
Trance doesn't do nothing against the nuke, boy. Here we go. Names Wolf, Nanoed, and Angry Hefty trying to get the matchup to countercharge. Beautiful by Names Wolf to knock Hefty on the ground. Juice avoids the slam. The grab can't quite get him off point.
This could be big
There's
though.
a dangerous tire coming. There's a dangerous tire coming. It's gonna find Names Wolf. That's enough. The counter tire finds one as well. King Pebble offline.
Oh!
Icy Turtle hits the window. Juice hits the Deadeye. Finds a second after, and now perishes.
This is so
Minoru and
ridiculous.
Decidueye trying to slay it out on point. They get the tick at least. That's huge.
Yeah, that tick
one
is massive.
All the difference. Iron Brew trying to slay out on point. Rogue frogging his way on in with Minoru, but Hefty's on the Bastion. They drop point. That'll be it. But Whambulance collects 40.1% capture progress. That is a win con. That is a win.
Yeah,
con.
absolutely. Getting that tick is huge. Like, the difference between praying for a draw and having a genuine win condition, like, it's massive.
It's so much better mentally to go in knowing that you have a chance to win. Like, getting that tick changes your entire outlook on this defense. Because then it's not, oh, well, we got rolled on first, we're playing for draw. It's, we still have a chance here. We can still win this very handily.
But it's also possible they just full hold first.
Oh, man. But they still don't have a combo.
Yeah.
They still have no combo and no, like, fight-winning ultimate, I think is the real thing. You can afford to not have great synergy if you've still got just a bunch of haymaker ults. But, like, Deadeye's good. Like, dragons are good, but they're not great. They're not an EMP. They're not a blizzard. They're not even a rally. Like, they're ults that you just run away from and you're okay. That's, I think, the biggest struggle that Whambulance is having right now is, like you said earlier, Taco, they've just got, I don't know, like, They're playing for the individual style.
Mm-hmm.
See the quick rotation into side from Magic Bang Bus. They're gonna try to set up Banger My Drone really well to just spam down this hallway. Wipes has to go over and eat some spam, but there's a Tracer on point, forcing presence. Will get turned out quickly, but Lazy Turtle collects the kill on the Decidueye. A very nice entry pick at the cost of Hefty. Expect Iron Brew to be on high ground in a few seconds to go contest Minoru. They're gonna fall, actually. I'm gonna play in a little towards turn 4. Banging My Drums and Iron Brew both with 2 more kills now. Just Minoru alive for the healing core, and they're getting harried by Iron Brew in the backline. Wipes trying to protect, but it's not gonna be enough. The quick turnaround here. Magic Bang Bus. As long as there's no recontest opportunity, this is a solid first take, and I think they get enough kills late that we're going to see Whambulance just kind of bunker up back on second point and see what they can do with a long hold ahead of them.
Mm-hmm. Hefty putting in some work there too.
The real condition now for Whambulance is win off this Shatter on the first fight. Ideally win it slow and charge a bunch more ults and just keep that economy cycled.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot afford a fast fight with a loss. They need to at least lose slow so they can trickle for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Brew into the back line. Trying to see what he can do. Saw Bonsley throw it in the shield. Names Wolf will not make the same mistake. Triple kill with the Fire Strike. That'll shut this one down in a hurry. Banging My Drums gets the total mayhem on the Decidueye, but it doesn't matter. Wolf is ready to lock this down.
Iron Brew got slept out of his minds.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That is a tough frame to hit. Really impressive shot by Minoru.
That was a huge sleep.
Wow, that's a really hard cancellation to make. Love to see that for the advantage. Especially because it's such a fast-charging ultimate that you know Iron Brew is like, oh, screw it, I'll just use mine, just get another 20% ult charge, like, be back on track ASAP, but not the case here. You see Hefty trying to work his way into the back line. He's got that pulse bomb available, probably going to be clocking Minoru with it. But Minoru playing really nice and safe and on a good angle near their Kree. Hefty does go in, can't quite find the target. Maybe Wipes a little too quick on the draw with that. Yeah, you see him trying to snag it. He does! Hefty, no pulse bomb for you! Banging My Drums is going to get a 2-man tire. Takes down Juice, who did have the Deadeye, and now as the Decidueye falls, this is the slow spiral that we need. The ult from Wipes not going to find anything. And slowly but surely the kills trickle in. Just fast enough for Magic Bang Bus to take it home. GG's. Whambulance just couldn't quite face up to the tide. And that's going to do it for round 2 of Season 13's playoffs. Names Wolf takes it home, though. It's got to be that last Shatter, right?
It's gotta be.
Yes,
It's gotta be.
is.
Oh, this is fat. And that's fatter. Oh, wow.
Hold back just enough to not hit him with the first swing. Just got to taunt your food a little bit, huh, Josh? Very, very good games. Names, Wolf, and Co. just couldn't quite bring it home. It will be the Whambulance eliminated from the bracket. Magic Bang Bus continues on their way. A good run, though, like we said at the beginning here. Whambulance has fought their way through the first round into the second. Magic Bang Bus going to fight their way into the third and have to face off against the 1 seed. Man, I Love Frogs coming up next week. If I am not mistaken, we do not quite know when that game will be. Or no, excuse me. I think we do, but it has been rescheduled.
I believe that both games may be rescheduled.
Our game rescheduled for Wednesday.
Yes, so Intelligence versus
yes,
the
Tech.
other
What's my
team?
team's name?
I don't remember.
Doctors
Medical
in the hallway.
professionals in a doorway.
Yes, nurse practitioners in the vestibule.
Will be Wednesday at 9.
Then that means so when is the Monday game? Or the previously Monday game? The game previously known as Monday.
The game formerly known as Monday.
Actually, that may still be on
It
Monday.
might still be
We're not
Monday.
entirely
Game
sure.
Yeah.
We'll confirm
Possibly
with that.
currently known as Monday, potentially possibly at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Maybe potentially check it out and or hit up the Twitter. I'm sure we'll have a nice announcement post there. I know throughout the season our wonderful community manager Charles has been trying to hype that up, getting some infographics made for you from the rest of the league. Until then, though, this has been That One Dan Guy, joined by Steck Monster and Keegan. I appreciate it so much. It has been
a
lovely
blast.
to join this cast with you. Any final thoughts, folks?
No. Let's do it again Monday.
Eat your vegetables.
Play more Overwatch.
Be in your vestibules.
Drink more water.
You heard it here. Feed topography. Make sure topography is well fed. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your night. Enjoy this beautiful Saturday wherever you're at. Stay safe, stay happy, stay beautiful. We'll catch you on Monday for round 3 of season number 13's playoffs. Magic Bang Bus taking home in 3-1 over the Whambulance tonight. We'll catch you with it next week.